Yo, what's up? This is Saladin Salam for Connor the Corso, Connor the Presser, in Neapolitan Mastino Historical Talk. Hopefully, y'all having a lovely afternoon. Beautiful day today. Definitely here in New York. Hopefully, y'all enjoying that. Or wherever you at. Hopefully, it's not raining. But nevertheless, let's get into it. All right. I want to talk about a few things that's going on in the Corso world. I'm glad that I was able to change the dynamics of how people look at traditional dogs. Word. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did it. It needed to be done. I fought an awesome fight, and I damn won. I won. I won. Not damn near. I won. And a lot of people are definitely not going to give me my props on that, but it's the truth. I'm glad a lot of you are learning. I'm glad a lot of you are taking this thing seriously, which you should be doing. And hopefully I could definitely, which I am seeing, is change. And that's a great thing. That is a beautiful thing. Because things need to be addressed. Things need to be said. Now, for you trolls out there, right? I got a few issues and bones to pick with a few people. All right. Number one is this, right? Me using the word King Corso. Don't get it misconstrued. The word King Corso is an inside joke. It's an inside joke between me, Mike Satilli, and a few other breeders. I always called the dogs Connor the Corso, Connor Corso, Corso. I've been saying this. I've been saying that. Kane actually came by, another enthusiast jumped up, said something stupid. So I started using the word Kane because of the aspect of backyard breeding. So it's an inside joke. Oh, he can't pronounce the name right. We shouldn't listen to him. The reason why you don't want to listen, for a lot of factors. One, I'm kicking the truth. I'm telling you the truth, and you can't handle the truth. Two, on another aspect, it is I never said nothing wrong. I never came off my hip. I brought the facts. None of you could bring the facts. None of you can bring your facts and back up your facts. None of you. None of you. None of you did so far. I crushed many enthusiasts. Many enthusiasts. Some enthusiasts I could have crushed and gave them a pass. I'm going to say that again. Could have crushed them and gave them a pass. Stop playing with me. I'm going to say that again. Stop playing with me. Now, another bone to pick. Italian enthusiasts over there in Italy. You have an issue with the American traditional dogs. Why is that? Oh, those dogs over there in America are not true Corsos. That is a lie. Stop saying that. That is a lie. They weren't made here. They were bred here, but they wasn't made here. They came from Italy. All the dogs came from Italy. So they're Italy descendants. And this is when the Corso was more pure in form than it is today in Italy. Because if we go to Italy, you got all these dog breeders over there. They're trying to catch the true essence of the true Corso, and now they're band-dogging it still up and not getting the gist of what the traditional mix is. Because again, you disrespected your elders and you didn't keep up with your tradition. So therefore, your dogs are failing because you failed the dogs. You failed them. You wanted to run behind these breeders that was making all this money and messing up the breed. Breeding non-traditional dogs into the dogs. Messed up the temperament, movement, and brung epilepsy. Brung detrimental, horrific diseases into the dogs. Definitely that. Definitely with that. And a lot of you at first, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you really didn't have an issue with that. A lot of you still don't know how to read a pedigree. A lot of you still don't know how to breed dogs. A lot of you need to step up your breeding program. How in the hell you breeding dogs? You can't read a pedigree. Yo, you can't break down no aspect. What are you breeding for? Oh, I'm breeding old school dogs. What do your old school dogs have to offer? What do they have to offer? What is an old school dog? Don't be breeding dogs to be breeding dogs, man. Your dogs have to be producing better than their parents. Another aspect. Don't hit me with, oh, I did a repeat breeding and you only get one dog that looks better than the parents out of that breeding and everybody else sucks. What are you breeding those dogs again for? That old school shouldn't be bred then. Like on some real stuff. Just because it's old school dogs, oh, it's coming out of this stuff, it's coming out of that stuff, doesn't mean it should necessarily be bred, man. Watch your temperament and conformation, movement. All that stuff is a factor. All of that stuff is factors. These are factors that need to be taken seriously. Stop producing dogs and breeding dogs just to do it. Stupid. It's stupid. Stop doing that. But nevertheless, though, man, it is what it is, man. Yeah, a lot of work still needs to be done. A lot of fine-tuning and stuff needs to be done. But nevertheless, though, a lot of stuff was smacked in the head, though. Now, again, to the Italian enthusiasts, man, there's only a handful of y'all that's breeding traditional Corso. The rest of you guys have band dogs. I know it. A lot of dog men over here know it. It is what it is. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. And stop playing. Don't say that the American dogs are mixed. You try to run that Rottweiler stuff. Oh, they dogs got pit bulls in them. They got this and that. But yet, it's due to the fact that they don't crop ears in Italy no more. Your dogs are indicating that they're mixed because of how the ears are setting. Corso ears ain't supposed to look like that. A Corso ears ain't supposed to look like this, sticking up like that. You know the global ear that pit bulls have, the boxer situation that comes like that. Not supposed to have that. Supposed to kind of flap down like this. Supposed to kind of flap down. If your Corso ears ain't doing that, 9 times out of 10, you don't have a pure Corso. You have a hyper dog. Now, that's not necessarily hyper is a bad thing, but then again, if you're breeding the hyper, that's bad. That's bad because you're going to still continue to get the hyper traits. Now, if you're breeding hyper to traditional dog, then more than likely you're going to start getting more of the Corso traits. This is what you want in your dogs. Again, now, for you dudes that are training dogs and protection and etc. and all that other stuff, you dudes should really be on top of your A game, not just on the aspect of temperament, but on the aspect of your conformation as well. Because if your conformation and your looks is up to par and sticking like that, so will your temperament be. I'm going to say that again. So you're saying on the aspect that you don't have consistencies in looks and consistencies in conformation. You're not going to have a consistency even in temperament. So you need to knock that off. Get all your eggs in the basket. Stick your eggs in that basket and get your game plan done properly. Fine-tune your dogs. Because right now, the Corso, like I said, is in a bad state. A lot of you guys don't know how to breed dogs. You read a pedigree and you think that's it. And it goes, it goes further than that. You have to step your breeding programs up. I just don't breed dogs just because solely on the pedigree aspect. What does this dog have to offer? Can this dog throw out better than itself? You have to put all that stuff in the proper perspective. A lot of you breeders don't. You don't do that. You just breed dogs to make money. Stop being like these other puppy mills and ass clowns. Because that's all these guys are. Only thing they want is a fast buck. And again, man, you're ruining the dogs by doing so. Take your time. Breeding programs take time, man. Takes time, dedication, and hard work. Invest in yourself. So if you have to spend a few more dollars to get a best specimen that you can possibly get, do so. Do so. There's no shortcuts in dog breeding, man. I don't care what no enthusiasts say. There's no shortcuts in dog breeding. So if you have mediocre stuff, you're still going to continue to breed mediocre stuff. Okay, you bring 1 or 2 females in your breeding program and you think you got high quality stuff, it doesn't work like that. You better pray to God that, again, the stud dogs that you're using on those females can replicate themselves or better than themselves. Because if they can't, it's just, it's not solely on the girl to carry the genes, like on some real stuff, man. So, yeah, get your game plan and get your priorities straightened out. Now, on the aspect of another issue I got is these guys talking about the Neo and the Corso weren't the same breed of dog. There's documentation, statues, paintings, pictures that you can look at and that it indicate that NC is the ones that committed the fraud, the perjury, knowing that the Corso is the Neo, the name had changed, still had traditional Corsos, but to register Corsos as a breed for themselves, they wanted to change the dogs. So then, of course, the boxer was at it. Pablo Barber doesn't mention that like that, but this is the actual facts of what happened. A lot of us enthusiasts know the truth. I'm one of them that's going to tell you the truth, and that's it, man. And it's up to you. Either you're going to keep the dogs traditional or you're going to run around with that hyper stuff. Be very careful with a hyper dog. Hyper dogs have the epilepsy situation in them. The hyper dog has the temperament problems. Like for real, man. You get them super soft or they just super fear-biting hot for no reason. So there's no in-betweens and none of that. On the aspect of the Corso is not for everybody. Even though these Corso moms and etc., they want the Corso to be a well-rounded dog, a lap dog. The dog was not meant to be that. The dog is a farm utility dog. Yes, it can be a service dog. If a German Shepherd could be a service dog, so can a Corso. The German Shepherd was made on the aspect of a farm utility dog. The Corso has been a farm utility dog before the German Shepherd even became in existence. Straight up like that. I challenge any enthusiast that says anything else. I challenge you. Bring them fucking facts. Excuse my language. Bring your facts. Bring your facts. Bring your facts. Oh, the Corso is supposed to be solely a protection dog. Not necessarily, man. Yes, by nature, they're very protective of their family. By nature, they don't do good secondhand ownership. So before you invest in a Corso or you decide to get a Corso, please learn and have a dog trainer at hand that you can go to so you can get hands-on experience with your dog. Because it's going to take hands-on experience with your dog. These dogs, again, traditionally are not for everybody. You might get away with a hyper dog. With a true Corso, you're not going to get away with it. You're going to have problems. So if you're not working the dog is going to be rambunctious. It's going to be very mischievous. And you're going to get damaged goods. It is what it is. You have to stay on top of your dog and train your dog. You have to. You have to. Bottom line to that. Bottom line to that. So with that being said, people, y'all have a nice day. I'm going to make a part 2 to this. Put it on YouTube and put it on Facebook. And yo, man, y'all have a lovely evening. All right, peace.